Охуеть, ракета пошла, над городом, блядь, сбивают. Ебать, чё ёбнет.
A Russian position was hammered. A MiG-29 of the 40th Tactical Aviation Brigade strikes a concentration of Russian forces and their communication EW systems using an AASM-HAMMER guided bomb. In a new video recording of the combat work of Kardia, enemy shelters and infantry are hit as they desperately try to escape Ukrainian drones by any means possible. Of course, they don't succeed. The Kartia Brigade is a unit within Ukraine's National Guard, notable for its diverse composition and adoption of NATO operational standards. Formed in 2023, the brigade includes volunteers from countries such as the UK, US, various European nations, Latin America, and Georgia. This multinational force has been instrumental in defending Ukraine's northeastern regions, particularly north of Kharkiv, effectively pushing back Russian advances. The 13th Kartia Brigade is a distinguished unit within the National Guard of Ukraine, established on March 19, 2022, in response to the Russian invasion. Russian soldier decided to surrender to a drone, which safely guided him to Ukrainian positions in the Zaporizhzhia region. In the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, there have been notable instances where Russian soldiers have surrendered to Ukrainian forces via drones. In one case, a Ukrainian drone operator encountered a wounded Russian soldier pleading for water. Instead of attacking, the operator dropped a bottle of water and a note instructing the soldier to follow the drone to safety. Tragically, as the soldier attempted to surrender, he was shot by his own comrades. In another event, 9 Russian soldiers, after being trapped in a trench for 3 days, surrendered to a Ukrainian drone equipped with a loudspeaker. The drone broadcasted messages in Russian, urging them to lay down their arms. The soldiers emerged with a white flag and were taken into Ukrainian custody. These incidents highlight the innovative use of drones in modern warfare, not only as weapons, but also as tools for communication and facilitating surrender. It was loud in Russia last night. Local media reported a massive UAV attack on Kuban and occupied Crimea. In Tuapse, reports indicate around 40 explosions. The city hosts a seaport and an oil refinery, which was already attacked in the summer.
Стреляют с пушек. Дрессировочные. Пытаются сбить. Ебать над городом. Ебать над городом. Охуеть, ракета пошла, над городом, блядь, сбивают. Ебать, чё ёбнет. Блядь, не сбили, походу. Ща ебанет. Ебать. Блять, все пизда. Сюда долетел.
Что ты, папуша, пидорас, у меня окна в доме вылетели, нахуй все. Ничего не осталось, блин. Не смешно, блин, вон во дворе гор. Ебать.
A ceasefire without security guarantees. This will not happen. Zelensky. The president of Ukraine emphasized that Ukrainians must be certain that the war will not start again tomorrow.
Because we all need to understand that it won't be easy for everyone. And Ukraine has no security guarantees. Look, it just won't be that way. It will only be like this. The end of the war, so that we know it won't start tomorrow. That's how it will be.
Trump says that he is sure that Russian President Putin wants peace, not according to Lavrov.
Some say, okay, so there were ideas, let's leave the line of contact. This is Russian and this is Ukrainian. Firstly, that won't happen. We have a constitution based on the will of the people. And secondly, what remains of Ukraine should also be freed from racist laws. There are also people remaining there who find it even more comfortable to speak Russian and who want to preserve the traditions of their ancestors.
Russian pilot fighter bomber says that the effectiveness of Russian guide bombs fell off a cliff recently due to widespread EW interference on both sides, and that Ukrainian countermeasures have now rendered satellite-guided corrections useless. He says bombs often miss their targets now, but the problem was swept under the rug, as it often happens in Russia, to continue positive reports. What's going on in Laotian, Russian aviation? Well, probably nothing new. Flying, shooting, bombing, launching, winning. The average monthly flight hours per crew are now slightly higher than what they used to be for an entire year. But there's a catch. Today's entire section is dedicated to this catch. The golden era of the divine UMPK turned out to be short-lived. In fact, I wrote long ago, many years before the full-scale war, that Ukraine would eventually find a countermeasure against UMPK, and preemptive action was necessary. There's no doubt that UMPKs played a massive role and literally saved the Russian aerospace forces from enormous losses. But nothing lasts forever. And people, being the creatures they are, will do everything possible to survive. Those who actually care, of all ranks and backgrounds, have been sounding the alarm for a while. But in keeping with the ancient traditions of Laos, nobody gives a fuck. The bombs are still flying, planned targets are being hit. Everyone's busy. The charts and presentations look prettier than ever, and the numbers of sorties and destroyed targets in reports have grown so large that briefers are reading them with bated breath, occasionally shedding a single noble tear. But there's a catch. They're missing. All satellite-guided correction systems have officially left the chat. Both Russian and Ukrainian EW specialists have mastered portable and mobile EW stations, which now saturate the front line on both sides, rendering satellite-guided corrections for all munitions, not just UMPKs, useless. Just like radio-controlled drones are slowly getting phase II out. Sure, against large area targets like factories, industrial plants, and cities, a lone UMPK will still land. But there are no such targets on the front line. Sure, the tactics could be changed, like using not just one UMPK per target, but maybe 8 or 16. With statistical error compensation, perhaps one bomb out of the bunch would actually destroy the target. Back in the day, this was called volley bombing, the standard bombing method for all bombers. But as you can imagine, this would mean reporting that out of 16 bombs, only one actually hit a target. Maybe. And who wants to do that? You get the idea. The EW situation in the enemy's rear isn't much better, but there are zones where a munition can adjust its course mid-flight. Also, at altitudes below 50 meters, there are occasional gaps in EW coverage. So long-range munitions relying on satellite correction fare slightly better, but not by much. All high-value targets are guaranteed to be covered by EW, and in those cases, accuracy depends on how much a munition drifts off course without correction over a kilometer. What needs to be done? Stop flying for the sake of flying and dropping bombs for the sake of dropping bombs. Shift focus to fewer targets, but with more UMPKs per target. Accept the axiom that a single UMPK today can only hit a target by accident, or on a test range. Acknowledge this reality in commanders' reports. Develop munitions with laser guidance using UAVs for target illumination. Improve TV guidance and data transmission systems. Invest in inertial navigation systems because no matter what, the future belongs to autonomous INS. Report concluded. Oh, and just to reiterate, this is all happening in Laos, Russia. Everything on our side is fucking great. The enemy has no EW at all. If a UMPK or missile misses, it's purely the pilot's fault. Every bomb and missile we launch hits its target. Ask any officer ranked general or higher. They'll swear it's true.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
gets 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.